Alright, what up, what up? How is it going? Welcome back. This is another episode of The Sharp Note. This is episode 13. I'm actually recording this one pretty early and I'm gonna pre-upload this and schedule the upload, so yeah, but that's all good. It's neither here nor there. But yeah. I don't really have a plan of what to talk about. I guess, well, first of all, welcome to the podcast. If you've never listened before, this is a podcast where I talk about life and music. Well, first of all, my name's Blitz. I don't know if I said that. Um, yeah, I make music, so welcome. Go check out my music. Got links and whatnot. You can find it. You're smart. You're capable. But yeah, I don't just make music, but mm, that's what I like to do. Making music's fun, very fun stuff. But yeah, this podcast I just talk about life and music. Life is fun. Life is interesting. Um, Life is my perspective has changed on life over the years. Um, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. It's there are good times, there are bad times. Um, Arguably, the good times and bad times are just forever. Like they're forever both existing because it good and bad times are it just depends on the perspective. So some people are having a real bad time right now and some people are having a real great time right now. It just kind of depends on the perspective. So I don't know. It is what it is. But first of all, hold on. Let me go back before I even get into like the whole podcast. We are back, baby. I'm back on the old microphone. This crappy microphone that sounds like shit. But I don't know, something about it. I just like it. I like this microphone. I like this microphone. I might I might use this microphone more. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, so I could record with my better microphone, but I don't know, just something about this one. It's just cool, man. And cuz it's a cheap microphone, so like the quality is terrible. But it's like that you don't need good quality. Well, you do, you should, but like also you don't. Like I don't know. There's a trade-off of having good versus bad quality. It's definitely a trade-off between the two, and because it's like okay, yeah, you have great quality, but also that means you're missing the aspects of like a lo-fi bad quality just setup of some sort. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Like the hiss of this microphone is not bad. This microphone has a decent hiss. I don't know. It's not great. There are way better microphones out there. This one's just a cheap one from Amazon, I think. Yeah, we definitely got it from Amazon. So, and yeah, I don't know. Don't know what to talk about. Well, all right, one thing I could talk about. It is crunch time right now. I have not much time and a lot to do for college. And by the time this episode comes out, I'll probably drop this episode on the day. Well, I'll schedule this episode to be released, but it'll probably come out like, I don't know. Yeah, the day I have a final due, or it'll come out the day I'm graduating. I don't know, something. We'll see when I schedule this. Um, I'll think about it. But yeah. Uh, so life, music, life, just busy with stuff. Don't know what to do as far as like, all right, so I need a career, okay? Of course, I need a job, need career. I'm about to finish school. I've got some like work lined up for after college, but it's not a full-time job. It's just an internship that could lead into a full-time position maybe, but maybe not at the same time. There's a very high possibility that I just finish what they need me to finish and then they kind of just send me on my way. So, I don't know, that's fine. That's fine if they do that. Uh it's not really yeah, whatever. Um but yeah, uh I'm just steady working on. I need to apply to some other places and whatnot. But ultimately, I'd like to work for myself. That'd be cool. But probably won't happen for a while. If theoretically, if I could make enough money to survive off of this music stuff, that'd be great. But it just probably won't happen, at least not in the short term. So, probably take a long time. Um, unless I just like blew up overnight or something, but highly doubt that is going to happen. 'Cause it's just, well, first of all, I don't think, honestly, I don't think my stuff is good enough to, really warrant blowing up, you know. Um, my music's okay. My content's okay. Like this podcast, I think it's all right. But it's not, I honestly, no one, like, I don't expect anyone to actually, like, go through and watch all of these episodes. It's almost like, just a way to say that, okay, I did it. You know, that's what this podcast is, and that's what like all this music is. It's like, okay, well, I may not be the best artist in the world or the best whatever, but this is what I did, and this is what I do. This is what I like to do. This is what I think is yeah, I don't know. This album, so all right, I'm planning out this album now. And actually, you know what? I might as well just say what the name of it's going to be. It's going to be um it's going to be called Safe and Sound. Safe and Sound. Yeah, something like that. And I already have actually I won't say all, majority of the songs produced for it. But I do not have them all done. So we will get them finished and well, okay, really, I only have like maybe one more I need to finish and then I just need to go through and like remix everything, remaster, and then just get all the audio levels, pretty consistent, and then export and then upload as a project. I already have the cover made. It actually ended up pretty good if I do say so myself. I really like the way the cover looks. Um, so yeah, that's cool. Anyway, but yeah, safe and sound. It will probably okay. So Buckingham Beagle was an EP. Um, with some bonus tracks. So the intention was that the first 7 tracks were like was like the EP, and then the other 4 tracks are like just bonus tracks. I don't know, whatever. Uh, that was the intention. So, shit. Sorry. I have another 7 tracks, but no bonus tracks this time. So, essentially just another EP, I guess. Yeah, I guess I would consider I mean, it's not long enough to be an LP. It's just not. It's like I don't know. The total runtime it might be like 15 to 20 minutes. So like it's not. It's probably gonna be like 15, 16 minutes to be honest. Uh, but yeah, and spoiler alert. Um, some of the tracks I have already showed off, but I'm not gonna say where. just cause. Um, go look for them. If this is uploaded before, yeah, this will be uploaded before the project comes out. So, um, cause that project I'll probably work on for a little bit and then I'll upload it. Maybe like, oh, honestly, if I could get these uploaded at the beginning of summer, that'd be good. That'd be good. But yeah, I also have another project. So that okay, this album or EP that I'm talking about, Safe and Sound. I'm gonna release that here under Blitz. But then I have another project I've been working on for that I'll release under my other YouTube channel, Jask. Um, and I'll yeah, that one's cool. That one's gonna be like a full LP though. It's got 14 tracks and I have the cover for that one already also made or already made also. Um I just did oh, sorry. I did relatively basic covers for these. 'Cause see the thing is uh Adobe's expensive and I have yet to go learn other like graphics programs. I have the one called Inkscape, which is was free, which is cool. It's good, but I just have yet to like really use it. So, I don't know. We'll see. I might make these slightly different than what I have now, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna use what I have now because I have a decent. I just didn't use Adobe or anything. Like I didn't use an actual graphics program. I just used a basic photo editing program. Well, it's not even a program. I just did basic photo editing. Um, and yeah, we'll see. But I'm thinking I already have this like it looks good. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty good. So I might just keep what I got. Um I like it anyway. Anyway, and then I just got like I got some other projects that I'm halfway planning, but it's I got these two that I'm working on right now, which are it's gonna take me a bit to finish these, so I have enough work to do over the next little bit to just finish up these two, and then I'll work on these other ones later. 'Cause I have this one that I produced a few tracks for, but I'm not. I don't know. Uh, I need to change them a little bit. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I know how I kind of want to change them. Basically, like what direction I want to go. Yeah, that should be. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but that'll probably happen later. Um, and you know what? I'm talking about these projects. All right, so Safe and Sound, the CP. Um, I'm gonna so what this track is going to be uploaded to this YouTube channel before the EP comes out, but it's not like it's just the MP3 version and it's a screen recording. It's not like a official release or anything. So it's just like a pre-release, I guess. So I'm gonna show it here. I've never actually done this, but yeah, I'm about to play it now. But yeah, so this will be on Safe and Sound. It's called Love. This beat. So this was actually when this episode goes up, the pre-release will already be on YouTube. So this beats are already on YouTube, but I don't have it on anywhere else because I'm waiting to put it on the album or on the EP. I mean, okay. Anyway, this is it. Um, yeah. Let me just. Uh, I'm just gonna play the beat. Yeah. There we Woo! That shit clean, man. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. For that beat anyway. So that'll be on the EP. Just to kind of give you a taste of what it is. So that's already up on YouTube though. Go check it out. It's kind of cool. Good beat, good beat. I like it. I like it a lot. Uh, yeah. And I can say, uh, that was pretty much all original production. Um, the chords were a loop that I just essentially like it wasn't the chords are just chords. Yeah, so I guess that's the only part I didn't originally do, but I did all of the effects and whatnot on them. It's just the actual chords themselves I didn't do, but all the production behind the chords, like the effects and whatnot, I put on them. And then the bass I did myself, the drums I did myself, the uh, the guitar I did myself. Um, I don't even know what other sounds are in it, but yeah, I can't remember, but off the top of my head anyway. Um, but yeah, so like 95% of that was original, I'd say. Like the other 5% is just like, well, I used some chords from a loop, but I um didn't necessarily chop them up, but I just yeah arranged them the way I did. I don't know. Um, is what it is. It's not the most. It's a good like little. It's a good little beat. Nothing too groundbreaking, but good nonetheless in my opinion. I think it'll probably be one of the better projects on that album or on that EP, I mean. Um so yeah. Yeah, man. Anyway, all right. Well, what to talk about? I don't want to end the episode just yet. Um but I don't want this one to be quite as long as the previous episode because the previous episode was like 2 hours. I was just talking about a bunch of random stuff. Well, here's something. My little cousin, it's his little birthday coming up soon. I need to get him a present. I already know what I'm gonna get him. I just need to get it for him and take it to him. But yeah, I have a little cousin. He's cool. Um, he's real into Pokemon, so I'm gonna get him something Pokemon. That's yeah. Anyway, um, and yeah, just other. Won't be too long, and my birthdays will come up. A little over 2 months. I'll be turning 23. That scares me. And the reason that scares me is because it feels like yesterday I turned 22, and then it wasn't long before that I turned 21, and it wasn't long before that I turned 20. So I remember my 21st birthday like it was like a month ago or something, and that's what it feels like. But my 21st birthday would have been almost 2 years ago now. Almost. Not quite 2 years ago, but almost. Time moves fast, everybody. Don't, do not get that messed up. Time moves so quickly relative to a human life. A human life is very short in the eyes of time, and I believe it's the best way to live with the eyes of time, or through that like guise, or that perspective of just like you don't have much time. So whatever you want to do, like that's the reason why I just care so much, and I put so much time into these albums and or these projects and whatnot, and this podcast, like I don't know, because I'm not getting this time back. So I need to do it now, so that because if I don't do it now, well then how am I going to brag about doing it 5 years ago, 5 years from now? So 5 years from now, I'm going to be thinking about, oh yeah, I remember coming out with Buckingham Beagle. I remember working on the Sharp Note. I remember working on Safe and Sound. Um, and I'm going to be remembering those projects 5, 10 years, 20 years from now. So I need to do it now so that I can remember it then. I don't know. Uh, it's time is funny. It's a funny thing, man. Um, but yeah, and honestly, I don't do enough. There's so much that I don't get done. There's so much that I forget about, and there's so much I neglect. I've neglected people, honestly. There are relationships I've neglected, but I try to be good. I try to um, see everybody, and hang out, and you know, just I don't know. But it's hard. It's hard because there's not much time. There's only 24 hours every single day, and we all have the same 24 hours. I mean, it's not like I have any less time than someone else, or less time than whatever. We all have the same 24 hours, and we're all just trying to survive. But man, yeah, it's difficult. Life, it is a challenging thing. I'm not gonna lie. Just living life. But we surviving. We are we are really out here in this world living life. You are, if you're hearing this right now, you are really living life right now. You're really out there. Uh, and honestly, I appreciate you for doing that, for living your life. Because if you didn't live your life, it wouldn't give me the motivation to live my life. Because if there were nowhere else on the planet, of course I would just I'd probably just kill myself. That or I'll probably get like this video uh like taken down or something for saying that. But that's I mean realistically that's the reality. It's like if there were no other human. Now obviously I wouldn't. If there were no other human on Earth, I probably wouldn't just off myself. I'd probably well, okay, it depends on what context. Like, is it an apocalyptic situation where there was people on Earth but now everybody's gone? Or is it if I were just the only person? Period. Like there was nobody else that existed. And in that point, well, first of all, where did I come from? But also, okay, so let's go with the apocalyptic one. If there were no one else left, like if I truly thought everybody else is dead, or everybody else is gone, I don't know. I would probably, well, I'd probably just travel. I'd just be going and going and going, and I would just keep going until I died from something. Something would, kill me eventually, whether that was, starvation or an animal or age or the weather or just sickness. I don't know. Or an injury. Something would take me out eventually. But I would just be traveling around. I would just be going places. Okay, realistically, I'd get a map. I'd go somewhere where I knew there could be maps, and I'd get like some maps put together, um, and I'd just be yeah, maybe have like a even just a bicycle or something. I don't know. I got nowhere to be. I got all the time in the world. So I don't know. Yeah, but that probably won't happen anytime soon. There's a lot of humans on Earth. So we just out here chilling, vibing, hanging out. Luckily, I don't have to do that or even really think about it about doing that because humans are really out here. We are really out here, just kind of controlling Earth. Like it's honestly kind of insane how just much the human race does and how much we are able to accomplish. But yeah. I wonder why. Like, why humans? Why did we? It's literally just because of intelligence. And that's literally what separates us from animals is our intelligence. Because animals, they have feelings and they have like emotions and whatnot. They just don't quite have the same intelligence, and so they never developed like a full language or. But they do have basic languages. Animals do have basic languages, especially like birds and whatnot. I mean, those birds are singing to each other, and they hear that, and they are communicating. So is that not language? Are they not talking? They're exchanging information. That's they're communicating. So animals are really out here like talking, and we kind of know what they're saying sometimes. Like birds, we know when a bird has a mating call and whatnot. So we know what they're saying. But see, the thing is they animals are typically not like they don't have the same language complexity to uh, actually communicate like abstract thoughts and whatnot. I can't remember what that's called, but it's a thing where it's basically just like there's like a few fundamental things about language that make like human language just obviously much superior than that of like a bird. But well, obviously because we can express like abstract concepts and whatnot. Um, but that whatever. Anyway, but yeah, why human? Like, it's our intelligence. Why did we develop this intelligence and not like no other animal developed it nearly to the degree we did? Well, I guess that's not a complete truth because there was another animal. There was Neanderthals, right? There were Homo sapiens, and then there were also Neanderthals, which were technically two different species? Question mark. I don't know, but point is, they're no longer around. Homo sapiens won. We won the longevity, I guess, and the battle of evolution, like what it takes to have a good evolved form that adapts to the modern environment. So humans, we chose intelligence and endurance as our like two main breads and butters. That's our bread and butters, our intelligence and our endurance. Yeah, honestly, that's probably just our two most impressive uh, biological factors is our capacity for intelligence and our capacity for in just overall endurance. Because a human lives a decent long life, not as long as some animals. You know, some animals live a couple hundred years, and there's technically the immortal jellyfish. But we're not the most. We're not the. We don't live the longest, but we live a good long life. 80 years. That's a good. You know, that's a good average age for a human. Um, that gives a human enough time to really have live a full life. Like, and when I say a full life, I mean, uh, to me, a full life is you spend the first part of your life really dedicating to learning and just learning things because you have nothing. You're born with, you know, your brain needs to be filled with stuff. So you need to fill your brain with stuff and just learn. So the first like third of your life, you need to be just learning, 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 and then, well, and realistically, you need to be learning throughout your life. But most of what you learn will be in the first like third of your life, and um, then you need to spend time using what you learned. So using your knowledge and using, and that's where I'm like starting. I'm starting to use some of the knowledge I've gained over the years. I'm starting to make stuff. Obviously, a few like albums, few EPs already, and got some in the works. And I'm gonna, yeah, I have stuff I want to work on in the future. But trying to finish this degree right now, and yes, I need to. And I'm actually procrastinating on an assignment right now as I'm recording this. And once I'm done recording this, I will probably click the upload button. And as this is uploading, um, and I'll probably schedule this video out. But yeah, as this is uploading, um, I will probably, I don't know, probably work on that assignment. But anyway, neither here nor there. Uh, what was I talking about? Yeah. Anyway, so human. Yeah, you need to work on stuff, and then you just, I guess, that's it. That's really it. Just work on stuff until you die. You get and towards the end of your life, you can enjoy. You don't have to work on quite as much, but like, and realistically, you can't work on quite as much because you'll have to just kind of take care of yourself. That's what you'll be working on is you'll be working on taking care of yourself. You won't be necessarily producing so much, um, but that's okay. Um, Anyway,
So yeah, to live a good life,
you need to spend enough time learning things and then enough time working on things. Um, and 80 years is a good amount of time for a human to
learn all that they need to learn, and then work on all that they should need to work on.
so yeah. I don't know. But by the same token, um, 80 years is not that long. So you need to be working on stuff pretty much 24/7. Um, honestly, I wouldn't. I'm guilty of this, and I'm probably going to make some like habitual changes. Um, but don't take breaks. Rest is important, but don't actually like take breaks. You need to be working all the time. Um, whether and when I say working, I mean honestly just using your brain and producing something. Like actually you need to have some form of proof that you did work on something, you know? Cuz like okay, watching like all right, I was saying rest is important. Yeah, okay. Everybody all right, you need to sleep at night. You definitely need to sleep at night. And it's fine to I don't know, like watch a movie. But also when you watch a movie, you got nothing to show for that except for now that you know some things. So it's like you I don't know. You were exposed to something new that you had not seen before. When you watch. Anyway, you get my point. Um, but obviously there's no product from that. And so like when you play games and whatnot, there's no product from that really. Nothing tangible. Now obviously there is somewhat in video games because you can like get earn an item or whatever and you can show that off, but like that's not actually going to I don't know. That's not actually going to like um pay any sort of dividends or like residuals. Um Whereas like even just I like cuz I've taken FL Studio as like a game now. So whenever I go into FL Studio, it's like it's literally like playing a game in a way. And I by the time I'm done, I have a new project and I have a new beat that I can show off, and then I can put it on YouTube and whatnot. And I've been more like I guess selective with my beat making and also what I like put out there, but also I'm not like a lot of the stuff I have put on Blitz on this channel is like a lot of the singles that I have listed here. They're not the best, and they're definitely not the best produced. They're kind of crappy. But I'll improve them as at later. I just whatever. I wanted to get them out there, I guess. Um, 'Cause see the thing is like
I work on a project up until the point where I'm like, I don't know how to make this better. I don't know what else to add. And sometimes I just say to myself, if I did add anything else, it would make it worse. Literally anything else. If I added anything else, it would make it worse. And at that point, that's when I know I unplug my MIDI controller and I'm just mixing and mastering at that point. And I'm just I might play with the arrangement a tiny bit, but I'm not actually adding any new elements or anything. Um, like maybe a vinyl texture or something, like I'll add but other than yeah. So there are points you just have to say, okay, this is enough. This is enough to work with. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Yeah. You get my point though. Um and then it's just playing with the mix and the master to get the sounds sounding good. 'Cause that's the thing, like as long as you can get a good idea of like what the sounds are, um and like a good idea, like a general idea for the song and everything. For instance, like what I'll do is I'll get like a general bass for the kick, and I'll just pull in a kick, and I'll get a kick done, and then later I'll like develop the beat, and then I'll be like, that kick doesn't really sound great, and I'll go and I'll switch it. I'll switch to another kick, but I'll keep the same pattern that I had, but I'll just switch the kick sound. Um, Very easy to do. Very, very easy to do that. But just getting the general patterns and everything in there, that's the kicker. Um, that's the quote unquote hard part. But actually getting the right sound selection, that's the easy part in my opinion. Kind of. Like you need to have good sources of sounds. Um, Whether that's a digital synthesizer like Serum uh or just good loops, good recorded loops, or good microphone, and you can record like a piano or guitar or just I don't know whatever. Record all types of stuff with a good microphone and like a good sound recording studio. But I don't have all that, so I use a lot of loops. Not a lot of loops. I'll use like one, maybe two per beat. I'll do all the drums myself. I'll do all the bass myself typically. Not all the time I'll do the bass myself, but 99% of the time. And whenever I don't do the bass myself, I just didn't produce the bass sound myself. I did the pattern. I again, 99% of the time I do the patterns myself, but I don't always do the sound production myself. I just because sound or like the sound engineering, I guess, because sound engineering's difficult, man. Getting sounds sounding good is difficult, and I don't have all the tools. I don't have Serum. Uh, so once I get Serum, it might be a little bit easier to make my own like synthesized sounds and whatnot. But as of now, don't have all that. But that's all right. Honestly, I need to learn a little bit more with what I have, because what I have, well, like all the stock FL Studio stuff, it, dude, it's pretty good. Like it's not bad. If literally just buy the FL Studio, it's like $200, the basic edition or whatever. Yeah. Just get the basic edition and oh my God, like you can do so much stuff. And then if you get the like studio or the like the more expensive editions, it just gives you more to work with. And it's all pretty freaking good. Like uh it's gonna do exactly what you needed to do. Um Anything you might think you know want to do, it's gonna have an option for that. It's pretty good. So it's just, but the thing is you can hand great tools to someone who doesn't know as much, and they're just not going to make as good of a song as someone who has less tools but just more knowledge. So you can make great music. You can make great music with not that many tools. Really doesn't take but so much. Literally go on at Reddit, just download some like drum kits. Go to r/drum kits and you can find you're gonna find like mostly trap stuff, but you can find a drum kit for any style and for any genre. And then just and you might also find some loops in there and you can work with those loops if you want to. Or there are free VSTs you can download, or else uh FL Studio even just has like a couple free VSTs for like synthesizers like Flex and Citrus and the DX10 and FL Keys. Like there's a handful of there's also I think it's Boo Bass or something. Anyway, I think I just realized why they called it Boo Bass. I always wondered. I was like, why did they name it that? I think I know why now. Uh, that's pretty funny. Uh, that's actually kind of funny. Um, anyway. But yeah. All right. This episode's um, I've been recording for a bit, so I appreciate anyone who decided to watch. I know I all these episodes I'm just talking about random things. I'm literally not talking about like anything worth really even listening to. I know that, but I don't know. Why not? Again, this is just like something, something to put out there. Honestly, it's something for people to come here and say, "Oh, okay, so he has been recording these podcasts." That's the main reason I do these, and I do them consistently to one to just document my life and just things I think are because each episode I'm just talking about. I know I'm talking about random things, but it's just random things that I think are like I don't say anything just to say it. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I have a reason for saying the things. Sorry. Yeah, I have a reason for like saying whatever I'm saying. I don't just talk to hear myself talk. Like these episodes, I try to talk about things that matter. Again, this podcast is mostly about life and music. So um my life, your life, let's all talk about life. Honestly, I might have guests in the future. Maybe one day. We'll see. So far, it's just been me. I have yet to have anyone else Um, yeah, we'll see. Mm. Anyway, all right. Yeah. Let me. All right. If anyone happens to listen to this, let me know what you think about the lower quality mic versus the higher quality mic. I can't decide which one I like better for this podcast. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll see what I end up sticking with in the long term. Who knows? I might switch out from time to time. But I need to get like a thing where I can hook multiple mics into it. That will be helpful. I guess basically just like a mixer with multiple mic inputs. I don't know, or an audio interface. Anyway, all right, that's it. I'm done rambling. It's all for now. Yeah, appreciate anyone who watched. Bye.